In the build-up to the Ashes, there was a line that caught my attention. Former Australian, now coach of England, Trevor Bailey said in the build-up to the Ashes, I don't want these 60s, he said. 60s look all right. If I want to win the Ashes for England, then we have to get 160s. And it brought back to mind something else a former England batting coach had said. Graham Gooch said he wanted daddy hundreds, not little hundreds, but daddy hundreds. And he said that's what changes things. Now look what's happened in the Ashes test itself. Steve Smith got the opportunity, he converts that into a big one, 140 not out in the context of the game, a very big 100. That was the turning point in the game. And so we thought we'd look at conversion numbers for some of the best players in the history of the game. Right up on top of that list is the Don himself. But I mean, let's put him aside. Let's look at everybody else. And you'll find there's some really good names in there, but some names that will surprise you. Yunus Khan is there, Mohammad Azharuddin is there, Matthew Hayden is there. These players, once they got past 50, they went on and got a really big one. Michael Clark, 28 out of 55. You make 50 a benchmark, then you're looking at a really good conversion rate. But look who's up there at number 2. Virat Kohli, 19 out of 33 at this stage. This is an absolutely sensational conversion rate, and it's a conversion rate that's only getting better, and that's one of the reasons India are looking much stronger. When you get in, you make it count. Sunil Gavaskar always said that. Give the first hour, invest in that. Once you're in, make it count, make it a big one. And this is a very interesting number actually of the lead players. But what's happening among contemporary players? His history is wonderful. Let's look at the more recent names. Virat Kohli is up there, Steve Smith is up there, Kane Williamson's about 40%, David Warner's 44%, Hashim Amla's 44%. What about Joe Root? Joe Root gets 50s, Joe Root doesn't get 100s. I mean, the thing with Root is very interesting. You look at the conversion rate, 13 out of 46, you say, yeah, not very good. But he scores a century every sort of 8 to 9 innings. And it tells me if he's going past 50 so many times, you've got a wonderful average. If that conversion rate goes up, gee, wow, we're looking at a world beater, but at the moment it's not happening. Now, if you're batting at 5 or below, then sometimes it's very difficult to go and convert that into a century, because if wickets fall, then you're stuck with the tail a little bit. Look at VVS Lakshman's numbers, for example. Excellent batting average, but the conversion is very, very poor because most of the time he was batting with the tail, and so there were lots of 60s, 70s before he ran out of partners. But if you want to be regarded among the best, you've got an opportunity of batting in the top 4, then you go and convert that. Look at someone like Alistair Cook, for example. 31 out of 86 is not a bad conversion rate. It's looking a little worse for the wear, simply because in recent times that number has dropped, and you can see England's fortunes are likely to drop as a result of that. So next time you're watching a game, someone gets past 50, you say, well played, but let me see if we can go and convert that into a century. We've run quite a few videos on this channel now, and I've been told that you quite enjoy them. So if you really do, why don't you like, why don't you share, why don't you leave a comment behind, and do subscribe to the channel.